All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about one of the most famous, almost legendary ideas in finance, compound interest. But here's the twist. The way most of us think about it, it's basically wrong. And not understanding the whole story can really cost you. Yeah, we've all heard this a million times, right? It's sold to us as this magic button for building wealth. Your money makes money, and then that money starts making its own money. It sounds so simple, so perfect. Okay, maybe lie is a strong word, but it's for sure a dangerously incomplete picture. Those clean, perfect charts you always see with the beautiful upward curve, they leave out all the messy, real-world stuff that actually happens. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at what's really going on. So first up, let's just tear down the myth itself. The story we get told is super simple, it's clean, it's mathematical, and it has almost nothing to do with how things actually play out. Here it is, the textbook definition. You earn returns on your returns. It's that classic image of a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and bigger, faster and faster. Every year, the base gets a little larger, so the growth on top gets larger too. A perfect, unstoppable force. Or so they say. And here's where the cracks start to show. That perfect snowball idea is built on some pretty huge assumptions. It just assumes you'll have a super long time to invest, that you'll do it consistently, that your returns will be nice and stable, and that there are no costs or fees. And spoiler alert, in the real world, none of that is true. Let's kick things off with the absolute biggest factor, time. Now, everybody knows time is a big deal for compounding, but what we don't get, what we almost always underestimate, is just how much all the magic is packed into the final few years. Just look at this. The growth is not a straight line, not even close. After 10, even 20 years, it's doing okay. It's building up some steam. But then look at the leap in that last decade. It's absolutely massive. That single 10-year period creates more wealth than the first 20 years combined. It's insane how backloaded this whole thing is. And this is so important to understand. The truly mind-blowing growth doesn't even kick in until the very end of the journey. This messes with our heads, right? Because you look at your account in your early years and the growth feels slow. You get discouraged thinking it's not working, when in reality, the real fireworks are still decades away. Okay, on to the next piece of the puzzle, consistency. We're always told to chase the best returns, to find that hot stock or fund. But you know what's way more powerful? Just showing up, staying in the game day in and day out. Think about it. Chasing performance is a roller coaster. It's stressful, it's unpredictable, you're trying to time everything perfectly. It's exhausting. But consistent investing? That's about discipline. It's patient. And over the long haul, it's just way more effective. And the reason for that is simple. Real markets are messy. Right. Those textbook charts show a nice, steady 8% return year after year. But that's not real life. The market has huge upswings and terrifying crashes. And get this, if you try to jump in and out and you miss just a few of the market's best days, it can completely wreck your long-term results. Being consistent means you're always there to catch those crucial growth spurts. And now we have to talk about the dark side of compounding, because just like growth can work for you, there are these silent, invisible forces that are constantly compounding against you. And these are the things nobody ever seems to mention in those simple examples. Take a look at this number, 1%. It seems so small, right? Totally harmless. Just a tiny little annual fee on your investment account. I mean, what kind of damage could 1% possibly do? Well, you'd be surprised. Over time, it turns into an absolute monster. And here's the shocking result. Over 30 years, that tiny 1% fee has eaten up a full quarter of your portfolio. A quarter. See, you don't just lose the 1% each year. You lose all the future growth that money would have made for you forever. Fees compound just as powerfully as your returns do. The other growth killer is volatility. The wild swings, the ups and downs of the market. They're not just stressful to live through, they actually create a mathematical drag that slows down your growth. This is a concept that is so important to grasp. This is what we call the average return trap. Let's say your portfolio drops by 50%. How much do you need to gain to get back to where you started? It's not 50%, it's 100%. Why? Because the gain is coming off a much smaller base. That penalty, that extra work you have to do just to get back to even, is called volatility drag. It means that an investment with a smoother ride can actually end up with more money than a volatile one, even if they have the exact same average return. Okay, so after all that, it's pretty clear the old simple model isn't cutting it. We need to toss it out and build a new one, a better mental model that actually shows how compounding works here in the real world. So let's just quickly recap why those perfect little charts are so misleading. They assume constant returns, which never happens. They assume no fees or taxes, which is ridiculous. And they assume we all act like perfect, unemotional robots who never panic sell in a crash or, need to pull money out because life happens. So what are our new rules? What's the better framework? Number 1, prioritize time over everything. Start as early as you can and just let those final decades work their magic. 2, value consistency more than you value high returns. 3, be absolutely ruthless about keeping your costs low. Fees are a guaranteed headwind. And finally, number 4, embrace imperfection. Your path isn't going to be a smooth, straight line, and that is perfectly okay. You see, truly understanding compounding isn't really about the math. It's about understanding the hidden assumptions. It's about focusing on the things you can actually control, your timeline, your consistency, and your costs, instead of chasing things you can't. So now that you know the whole story, the real question is, what are you going to do about it?
All sources and references for this video are listed in the description below. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a licensed professional for your specific situation.